I am here at the premiere for the latest adaptation of Thomas Hardy's epic love story, Far From the Madding Crowd, where I got a chance to grab a chat with some of the cast and creators of the film.
Thomas Hardy's not on our curriculum back in Denmark. So I read the script without having read the book or seen the Schlesinger movie, there was just this chemical reaction that I fell in love with it. It was like, it was rich, and it was pure, and it was full of love, and yet still very cynical. And Thomas Hardy was playing around with fate in a way that I found very clever and dramatically, obviously, brilliant.
I was familiar with the story. I'd done a film based on it before, and I was so excited to get the chance to go back into that story again. I really believe in Bathsheba and what she demonstrates in it, the role of a woman and the different struggles.
I think it's amazing that Thomas Hardy was able to write a character like that more than 150 years ago in Victorian Britain, when women just didn't behave like that, and that he was able to write her really honestly. She feels real, and there's the detail, and there's many passages in the book where the narrator sort of dives inside her mind, and it feels really, really honest and real about how a woman would really behave. So it was a massive draw. And also, to start a costume drama, a story like this with a woman turning down a proposal of marriage is just so amazing.
She has to choose between these three men who represent friendship, status and sex. And she tries to keep away from all three of them. She tries to stay independent, to stay by herself, and she doesn't quite make it, and she makes bad choices, and she learns lessons along the way. I thought her story was so modern, so striking, and we didn't have to make many changes to the script, to the novel, to bring that out in this version.
This is a character that makes me think about a lot of things and teaches me a lot, so I really wanted to portray him, because I think he's a very valuable character that the audience could identify themselves with.
The novel was sort of our Bible on set, and we referenced it a lot. And I was constantly trying to force lots of the original dialogue into the film, and I think what David did brilliantly was mix the original dialogue from the book with a way of making it relatable to a modern audience. So it has a sort of relaxed quality, but it means that you're not inaccessible to a modern audience.
You can see this wonderful story from the book's 150 years old. You can see it brought, and it still resonates with you as a modern person, and that's extraordinary. And it really does. Women are still fighting for what Bathsheba was fighting for.
I mean, it's a great story. She's a modern, independent woman, and I think there's such a sort of hunger to see really strong women on screen at the moment, and I think there's such a lack of it. So I think for young women and women of all ages and men, I think it's exciting to see a woman who sort of knows her own stuff.